Well, hello again. This is Mel, bringing you another Fleet Operations commentary replay, and we have a rematch from one of the last games we just recorded not 30 seconds ago. This is a rematch. Actually, one player switched out, but basically the same. Again, we're on Argus Conflict. And again, it's an alliance game, so no one knows who their teammate is until they get into the game. As it should be. So, let's get started. Up in the top left, I've had some time to kind of scribble on my notes and figure out who's who. We've got the teal or the blue Dominion here is Zap. And he is gonna zap him with something. We'll find out what he does in a few seconds here. We've got up here Dragonfire. Yeah, Dragonfire, very good board player. And actually, he does some interesting stuff. He only puts one resource node in between the close moons. Seems to work out for him. One of the things that helps him out is that he is big on expansion. So look to see him doing a lot of expanding. He's going to be optimized Borg, of course. And he's going to expand, try to get as many resources as he can so we can go and get a cube. Maybe we'll see. Maybe we'll see if he continues to do that. Up in here, we've got 23 down, doing the Klingons. He's Martok, and he is doing some KBQs. Smart Money says he goes field research. That's what I was going to say. And he's doing the Bird of Prey yard. So we're going to see him doing Cavorts and KBQ. Yeah, we're going to see him do it. And then we've got over here, we've got Sanity Lost, losing his sanity and building some mining. It's probably going to put him a little bit behind, but we'll find out. Just because with Romulans, you want some ship production. I don't know, we'll see. He might, he's going Research Institute. He might be doing, in a large map like this, it might not hurt him so much. He's going to be doing some Leovals. And so he'll definitely have a good economy to start doing Leovals. He won't get them out super fast, but won't put him in a good position to do a lot of harassment in the beginning, but it's better resourcing. So we'll see how that does for him. Over here we have the Pure Tech Dominion, and this is going to be Cyrax, and he is doing Tech Lab. We are going to see from him an early tech up strategy. That's what we're going to see. What are we doing? Okay, so over here, white is Enfrost. Enfrost is Martok. Brels, Brels, Brels. Brels, 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 Brels. So we're doing Brel spam. He's doing, it's going to be basically kind of a rush strategy because he didn't even, he built these guys very quickly. So we'll see what he does with that. He's got one Brel out already. Brel spam against Dominion. Not a bad deal. Okay, here we see Zap doing kind of an alternate Dominion bug spam build. That what it does is it gets the bugs out a little bit faster. I'm not so sure it's the best thing. Usually when you do this, you build the 2 yards at the same time, and really he could have built it up here, and that would have given him a little bit more protection in his expansion. But we'll see how that works out for him. So we'll see what we do there. So Borg doing their thing, figuring things out. We're gonna see that guy move, and he does. Mining over here. Board gameplay, not the most interesting thing in the world until a fight starts. Until they start building things. So, yep, Cavorts and KBQ. with no special yet, but that's because he's doing a very, very expensive strategy with the cavorts. And doing a battle yard because he's Martok and he can. That's a good choice. Gives him some good tech up options, and since he's not building anything from the yard, he's not building expensive ships. It's not going to hurt him any. And as predicted, Leoval's with the basics Leoval system upgrade going up there. That's going to allow Sanity Lost to build some ships. Last time he did a little bit different and did a few Riens with some Generacs, and not too bad. Actually, he was up against Borg, so the Riens didn't do so hot, but against assimilators. But these Leovals should do all right, and especially when you mix them in with some Generacs. So doing the basic system upgrade, doing some building. He's doing all right. And again, here we've got Cyrax doing the large Dominion construction yard, trying to do the 1 yard at a time thing. Not something I would recommend with the Dominion, because the Dominion, their economy is a little bit different. When you build one of these little station jewels, you get another miner, and that's never bad. But also just because of how the supply works and everything, I would recommend not doing it this way. I don't know. It's also the Dominion miner's a little bit slower. I'm not sure what the resource rate is on them. Here we've got S2 going. He's built the prototype already. We're going to see, T-15s, okay. And that's fair. Normally we see a lot of B5s, but T-15s are really, really strong. Are they going to be strong in this case? Is there a lot of short-range vessels that he is going to be dealing with? There is not, actually. There is not a lot of short-range vessels that he is going to be dealing with. Looking to see some Tritanium. Here we go. Okay. In fact, no one is really building short... Well, okay, I lied. He's building short-range. Yeah. That's interesting. Here's Romulans. Sanity Lost, kind of scouting the thing out. Seeing what's going on. Here we've got a Cavort and we've got a KVQ. That's never bad. We've got some Leovals with the thing. If you're going to do the heavy economy build where you build the mining stuff first, I don't know. I'd really recommend maybe doing some research, although it looks like you wouldn't have the money for the third one anyway. But having that third research is really, really nice for those Leovals. So here we've got some S2s pumping out on T-15s. T-15's really nice for against a lot of ships, just because it's pulse based. It's got the torpedo as well. It's not bad. So here we've got. I want to see what Enfrost is doing. I haven't. Enfrost, where are you, man? Here we go. No special on your Brels though. That's not going to be good. That's not going to be good indeed. But he's got it. One of the things that I'm kind of amazed by is that he's doing this rush with Brels. He's not really rushing, but he's doing Brel spam. Not harassing yet. And he could totally have harassed this and gotten out of there, because you can get a cloak scout and see what's going on. You've even got this little Dominion scout over here that Cyrax has brilliantly placed there. You could definitely have some fun there. I hear some gunfire going off, or some phaser fire going off, but I don't know where that's at. So, oh, there we go. I was gonna say that I'm hearing the sound. Here we go. Okay. Got some harassment going. Sanity Lost doing a good job, and taking out 23 down, turning him a little bit is never a bad thing. But 23 down doing a good job of, maybe we'll see. Yeah, doing a good job of maybe who he's taking on. these Martok cavorts will munch through S2. It's the short range part and the pulse base. It's like an additional, you know, around 45% increase in damage or something. It's pretty nice against these little guys. That's not a bad deal at all. You know, when you're faced like this, I don't know if 23 down sees it, but you've got the miners. Cloak that miner. Cloak it. Cloak it. Oh, he can't cloak. That's right. It's my bad. Here we've got, oh, yeah, some S2s and stuff. Now we've got some harassment that's going to go on. Man, this would be the time to harass 23. I think he's, I don't know, maybe he's microing up top here. He does have this other guy over here. Oh, in another yard. Wow. See, that's going to really hurt him for ships, and he really needs ships. He's only building cavorts. And he's going to need more than that. He's going to need more than that, my friend. But here we've got Cyrax doing the, I'm going to go over to my friend's base. Oh, I need to go over to my base kind of thing going on for him. So that's going on. S2 getting attacked. But right there at the yard, not doing too shabby. Over here we've got Zap. Zap is sending his ships down. Being chased by these Brels who do not have their special yet, but will because he does not have a special researching. So we'll see what's going on here. It's a bit far for these blue Dominion, to be attacking here, especially with these slow ships here near a base. Not necessarily the best move, but you've got the Klingons. If the Klingons will decloak, you can really munch up some Brels. You can really eat these Brels. Oh, I really think the Klingons should decloak. But here's a sphere from Dragonfire. Yeah! Bottom team is going to have to watch its step now, because that is a huge, huge support. Really surprised. I don't know, maybe the shields aren't doing so hot on these guys. But as you can see, the blue Dominion really got hurt here. Again, as a non-cloaking race, you have to be careful if you're sending slow ships like the B8. I don't know if they had the IS bomb researched or not. I wasn't paying attention to that. But the B8s don't have a way to escape. They're better defender units or for larger fleet actions, I would say, or when people don't have a lot of ships. But if you go in there and try to attack someone and your teammate over here is building Brels, you're going to get munched up, especially with those, anti-long range abilities these guys have. So research not being researched yet. I've noticed that from Enfrost. He'll have Riens and not do faceplates and things. I would definitely recommend some research. But you know what? He's not doing bad. He's got good resourcing. He is building good defenses. I would like to see him harass. Maybe that's what he's going to go do. I think that's what he's going to go do. He's got a lot of ships, and there's no defense up here now. The entire fleet was lost by the Dominion, and that's terrible for them. Yeah, again, I'm not sure how efficient this is. To be honest, at this point, I would say, maybe for the first couple seconds or whatever, a few minutes of gameplay, go one node, and then eventually maybe consider doing a second one. It's not that expensive, but who am I? I don't know. I think it's part of his strategy of being able to build 3 supply stations very quickly. Notice that Dragonfire, he's a big fan of tech up. He was last game too. He had a few scout cubes, but nothing substantial. Then he builds a sphere, and then he tries to go into cubes. Obviously can't go into cubes yet. Not sure what we'll see him build here. But yeah, so here we've got the Dominion. Cyrax. Cyrax is doing okay. I think this is where the resources is killing him, though. He's just got the one station, and he's not doing any supply station mining, and he really needs that. He really, really needs that, because I think he's just buying supply. And if that's the case, that's going to hurt him. He does have the special for the S2, and that's going to really hurt 23 down, as 23 down is way over here. The bottom team really doing a good job. Notice there's a harassing here, there's harassing going on here. And part of that is, that's a good thing, because right now we have Dragonfire doing a lot of tech up, so he doesn't have a lot of ships to help his teammates, and his teammates have been harassed quite a bit. We'll see what goes on here. These guys are going to take out a few layer balls, I think. And oh, okay, we do see the special. We do see the special, and we do see some cloak. And man, that was good. Really bought the time for Cyrax to come in here and attack and really take out all these miners. Not a bad thing. Oh, there's one miner there. So here we've got B8s being built and no special. You've got to have that special. He is building the supply stations, though. That's not bad. We like supply stations. So he does have a lot. Oh, okay, he's doing that. He needs to switch one of these titanium miners over to a supply miner, though. That'll be better for him. And then we've got T-15s coming down. And I have to give Cyrax credit for the fact that he attacked, and he saw what was going on over here, and he got out. Again, it's all about having an objective, a plan, and doing the plan. Now we've got, we've got double yarding, and that's not going to work for the bottom team, especially when you're doing lay of alls. They're just a little bit too expensive, I would say. And also, it might be wise to consider maybe, instead of doing the extra yard, doing some tech up with that. You could get some Generic Spectres, which would be great against both the KBQ and Cavorts that he's seeing. Cavorts being the pulse base. There's a special now, and they take reduced damage from ships that don't have large weapons fire. Cavorts have just lots of weapons fire. So I forget what the how that works out now, how the Cavort versus the Spectre works out. But having having that going on here, and over here we see Cyrax doing his thing. He's just building up some T-15s and doing the B5 now, teching up into B5s. And now we've got Enfrost going into dual battle yards, and then he decommed one of his Brels, or his field yard things. No special yet, but he. And as we can see, Blue has a lot of resources, so I'm trying to figure out what's going on there. He does have another fleet, so that's going on. Trying to see what Dragonfire is doing. Oh, Sphere. So over here, oh wow, that's a lot of Romulan ships. But that's a lot of Sphere and Cavorts too. I don't know if he necessarily wants to take that on together. So I think he's gonna wait on Cyrax, which is right here. Cyrax needs to be careful. I would say they need to coordinate. They need to decide what they're gonna hit. And so, just in case that's me, I'm gonna move away. So here we've got that going on. Game slowing down a little bit. So but here we go. We've got the Borg with a lot of resources. So I'm gonna come over here. There's a battle over here. That's gonna be all kinds of things. So just kind of trying to get a sense of where everything is. We've got the Romulans coming in. The Klingons are able to cloak out, so that's good. I'm gonna move over here just in case I'm lagging a little bit by recording all of that cloaking going on. That certainly does slow it down a bit, but we'll see what happens there in a minute. I want to go and check over here. Over here we've got blue B8s coming to defend this. I don't know what's going on. I'm looking for the constructor. Oh, where's the constructor? Here's the constructor. Oh, building another incubation center. That doesn't make sense. I mean, his teammate has some mining going on. Teammates need to be building ships. That would help. Definitely. Alright, so 2 cubes there. You got the orange and the purple, the bottom team. You know, the bottom team ultimately has done a very, very good job of controlling the game so far, I would say, for the most part. Bottom team has a lot of ships. Going kind of more for a spam strategy. No special with the Generex yet. I think they're going to go take this expansion on. While the Klingons send a few ships down. Man, I really think 23 down should have... I don't know what he should have done. That's a big fleet, but you've got those spheres. And you're going to have to do something about that. I think Dragonfire, he has a lot of resources. He spent a lot of resources on these incubation centers. Maybe he's... I don't know what he's doing, to be honest. I don't think he needs 6 of them with what he's doing. I know he's running this guy full time, but I don't know. So here we've got this going on. Here's something that will come into play is the fact that they're trying to take on the convection matrix. Gonna lose some ships in the crossfire, although he is backed up by Cyrax. And then we've got the Borg coming in. So all kinds of explosions, everything. Oh, and the beam, I'm going to move off just in case that cloaking is me. I don't think it is, but We'll see. Here is the cube, or the sphere, getting hit by the bottom team duos. And the Dominion, the blue Dominion, moving away. Oh, you need to stay. You need to stay with your teammates. Oh, don't run away. Oh, you need that extra firepower. So that's going on. Trying to see what Dragonfire. One of the things I think that's hurt him a little bit is the fact that. Oh, he's staying in. Oh man, he's gonna lose a lot of ships. This could be the turning point, folks. Where did Cyrax's ships go? Oh, they're over here. Oh no. Remember, I think I said this in the last game. What you want to do is you want to piecemeal your opponents, and you don't want to be piecemealed yourself. What's going on here is the bottom team is letting the top team piecemeal their ships. Now we've got even Enfrost moving in, and his Brels without the weapon fatigue are just getting taken out. So, man, that's really, really getting him. I want to come over here, lay balls, see what's going on. I want to see what's going on over here as well. Oh wow, people have got resources, but they're not building ships. I mean, the only thing I can think of is that Dragonfire is banking on a cube. He's banking on a cube somewhere at some point, because like the top team all has resources. Here's Dragonfire doing taking these out, and these are medium range. Yes, so the Kvorts are gonna eat them up. Gonna eat them up. And yeah, this guy's not gonna get away. S2s really take almost as much damage as a bug does from a Kvort. So they're not a good counter to the Kvorts. The Kvorts counter them. One of the few kind of hard counters in the game, semi-hard counter. Got some Sangs. Oh, I don't know. I think it's a little late in the game. And look at how much Tritanium. 4,000 Tritanium. So he could research specials. He could research. Okay, he just stopped building that. So I'm gonna come back to the action. Yeah, Kvort's just destroying everything. And look at veteran. We'll have a veteran Kvort soon, ranked up. That's gonna be huge, guys. Huge. There we go. And Cyrax really coming with most of his fleet intact, actually. But so is Enfrost. So we're not out of the game yet. No, neither side is really out of the game. I really am surprised by how things are going with Dragonfire. He's got the 2 spheres, but he could have pumped out a lot more. He's waiting on that cube. He's hoping the cube will turn the tide, and everyone can, like last game, everyone can rally behind the cube with nanites and take things out. But here we see we're going to have Enfrost coming in. There are no more, really aren't any more defensive ships coming. Here's some ships, but I don't think these are going to really get there in time before the Klingons cloak out. The Klingons have been there a while. If I were them, I would have cloaked out. But here we've got, I'm going to move away for just a second. And then here we've got the Brels is coming in, taking things out. And they're going to do a pretty good job in mass, but this was a large Klingon force that was ranked, but now they're getting support by those T-15s that are coming in, which are going to do a big number on those ships. And the S2s will do all right when they're not being attacked. They need to stick with it, though. Need to stick with it. Need to stick with it. They'll get that one. So thinning the herd just a little bit. Thinning the herd. So again, anybody's game still. We've got 2 spheres coming up here. Again, they're really looking for a cube. And I think with these guys, look at all the resources they have. 2,600 resources. That's a lot. That's a lot. The only thing I can think of... Okay, here's some quadouge. The only thing I can think of is that they are holding back some money so they can give it to... once this reaches 130, they can give it all to Dragonfire and go cube. I don't know. I mean, it'll help. It's going to certainly turn the tide. What they're going to have to do is be aggressive while that cube builds, and then, but not lose ships. Just try to bide some time. Do a few cavalry raids, do a few attacks. Here we've got the large construction yard going up. Here we've got the space refineries. I want to look and see what Dragonfire... Oh, not Dragonfire. Cyrax is doing. Keeps the S2 with the T15 spam, but right now he's really coming to a resource crunch. And part of this is, again, he has no supply station mining, so who knows how many times he's bought supply through all this. Oh, here we go. Here we've got Ordnance Depot. Ordnance Depot means he is... I almost want to say he's going to go engines. He's double yarding Sangs. He wants to go engines to do the speed increase so he can kite with his Sangs. I think that's what's going to happen. So that's where my money is going on the betting table. So again, we've got Cyrax with anti-short range, anti-long range, but he's facing the anti-long range here. That'll help, but it's going to be at his home base, at Zap's home base. So Cyrax doing a good job of the harassment, though. Very good job. Keeping Dragonfire honest, making sure he's not doing crazy things. Here's a Dode. Okay. I was expecting a cube. I was expecting, really, to be honest, for him to go, hey, all you guys with 2,400 dilithium and 2,000 dilithium, give me your dilithium and let me make a cube. I have resources to make cube. And we've got partial adaption, so we already have nanites. Once the cube goes up, life is good. Oh, you know, I know what he's doing. This is going to be a, I think a turret Dode, and he's going to use it to make sure that there's no bad guys in the area, scanning out his cube. Because the top team is banking on that cube. That is, everything is for that cube. So here we've got Cyrax doing a good job of moving some of these ships out. He is losing some T-15. But he is able to take out some of these ships. And the IS bomb going. Those S2s really doing a number on the B5s. Really doing a good job. And so are the T-15s. They're not doing it bad at all with the extra firepower they're getting. And here we have Enfrost helping out his buddy. Trying to see where Yellow's at. Where is Yellow? Yellow is here. Yellow has Cavorts. Yellow has stuff. Dragonfire. What's he doing? Why is he happy? I'm looking... Oh, sphere attack. Okay. To be honest, I think it would have been better if he would come up here and maybe, you know, protected the space here. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. And he's building another Dode. And again, this is a relay intercept Dode. Okay. Relay intercept. I'm just really surprised. He has nearly the resources for your cube. And again, I'm assuming he could ask for resources. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just really surprised with the top team, though. They've got... Oh, no Tritanium. What? No Tritanium. That's because he's doing... Okay. Oh, that's right. He's making Quadouge like there's no tomorrow. Oh, that's right. Okay. Yeah, Quadouge will... Well, I guess he's not. He's only made one. But he's lost a lot of resources. Now, these Klingons will mess Cyrax's fleet up. The S2 will go down like nobody's business. And the KBQ will really help with these T-15s, and the T-15s really won't be firing backwards a whole lot. Not with their dinky torpedo. Oh, you know what I mean. The pulses are forward firing. Torpedo's not a whole lot of firepower. And yeah, that's gonna go down. And here is Enfrost. Oh man, you know, honestly, it's looking like it's the top team's game again. And again, we were talking about don't get piecemealed. In fact, the resourcing is not very good here. So yeah, and I don't really see a whole lot of... Here's the Romulans. Okay. And he does have the special now. That's good. But yeah, the top team really just getting piecemealed. To be honest, staying in one place for a little bit too long, I would say. Just staying in place for a little bit too long. Grinding. You don't want to grind your ships on a base. You want to go in with an objective, like take a few miners, take out a constructor, blah 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 blah, and leave. Only when you have overwhelming forces do you want to be awesome. Oh, but here we've got. I never did check, but I'm pretty sure he got the speed upgrade. He did have a lot more titanium beforehand, but now they're going to take out these cubes, which is awesome, but you go up here, and one of these days we're going to see a cube. I mean, he's got all he has to do is ask his teammates. He goes, hey, do you have some money for a cube? It's like 7,100 for a tech cube, so with everything uplink and all. So he basically has the money right now for a tech cube. He has lost his spheres, though. He has lost them. You know, eventually, at some point, he will lose them. Well, maybe not. I mean, he's moving right along. I think these are speed of 110, and the spheres are 100, so you just gotta follow. You don't click attack. You want to click in front of the cube and just stay with it. But Dragonfire doing a good job of clicking the energy recharge button like he needs to do right now. Oh, he's getting out of there. He's getting out of there. Oh, man. I'm going to stick with this battle. And looking at the mini-map, nothing else is really going on. We're going to wait and see if that cube happens. Cube. Okay. And it's being built. This is going to cinch it for the top team. They don't have a lot of ships. In fact, I'm looking for the Klingon ships. I don't know where they went. I really wasn't paying attention. Oh, here we go. I just can't see them. It looks like all white, but they're attacking this. Top team has a lot of ranked ships. Top team has a lot of ranked ships. And again, I'm just really surprised in this game. Both sides have saved up way too many resources. You look over here, and Enfrost has, 1,500 at least of each resource. I think maybe he's waiting for some supply. I don't know, but it's not going to matter. He's going to take. Wow, look at that! Relay intercept dodes all around. This one too. And here's the cube, and of course they know the cube is here because we have a Romulan scout telling us so. So I'm really, to be honest, I'm really surprised that they didn't go and send some Sangs, those cloaked Sangs, those cloaked Romulan ships, and go, hey, let's go take out the cube, because they totally could have done this. There are no ships over here. The bottom team could have taken their Sangs and their their Generexes, and they could have gone in and literally from this angle right over here, taken out this cube. Oh, that would have been such a huge win, because it would have effectively taken Dragonfire out of the picture. Dragonfire almost kind of sacrificing his spheres, though, keeping them down here. Maybe that's what he was thinking, is just, I'll sacrifice a few spheres to get a cube with nanites, which, not a bad idea. Another point I'd like to make out, I don't see him researching anything. Once you have all of your researches from the transmission matrix, you keep them forever, and you can never cancel them out, which means you can decom this station and get the resources back for it. So that's just a fun little thing some people may not know. Over here, the Klingons. Oh, Klingon has a nice, strong force. Klingons have a nice, strong force. The Dominion are rebuilding their forces. They have a nice, decent economy. Okay, so they're doing it. They're doing it. I'm just trying to check and see what Dominion economy is like. Again, Cyrax, he's finally putting up a Kentracell synthesizer. That's the first one he has. So he's constantly buying supplies. And just to point out in the future, it's really good to have that kind of early to mid game. Even if you just build one in the early game, it'll help you out. But it's nice to have at least two. It usually helps you with just about anything you need. You only want to do the first supply purchase, the second one if you have to. After that, it really starts to... the first supply purchase, really nice. The second one, not too bad. After that, you really don't want to be purchasing supplies Dominion. You kind of save the second one as a strategic reserve for when you need supply. So over here, cube. Where's the cube? Cube. There it is. Full tac cube. 2 tactical armor. Two tactical armor. Torpedo compensation. The works. So. And some regen. And this force here can come over here. And that's the other thing with Dominion I'm surprised that they didn't do is build a perimeter. You know, once you get the large yard up, you should be building perimeters. And that's another thing these guys could have done over here, like Cyrax with his ships. You build a perimeter and those Klingons are not going to take it out anytime soon. And you're going to be able to do some cloak detect with that. So that's just another thought, guys. Right now, Klingons doing their thing. Down low on Tritanium. I'm assuming because he bought supply. He did buy supply just recently. Another large construction yard. I don't know if that's what I would have done. I would have built perimeters at my base, but I don't know. Especially when I'm not building B5s or any ships. But that's just me. I mean, at this point, they've got the cube, and if they just take what little forces they have with the cube and the sphere he's got, they're going to do fine. Now it's just time to coordinate, time to rally behind the cube. And that's what we're doing. We see the Klingon forces coming in. They're going to rally behind this cube. These guys are going to hang out here and mine this forward expansion. Maybe what he's doing here is building a repair facility. The Klingons will be able to repair and whatnot, and they'll be able to slide through this repair queue and be invincible. Oh, and that's interesting. So one is a cloak detect, and then the other two are more defensive oriented or offensive oriented. So if I'm making a Dode turret on purpose, it's usually a regen Dode. Those just are a little bit more sturdy. You want them to last a long time, but the other ones aren't so bad either. I guess he is going up against like Brels and S2s, which are smaller ships. They will take a little bit of extra damage from the adapted torpedo. But again, notice just the huge supply problem. It's really good to invest in those perimeters. They will save you. Just the bottom team really just having a supply or a resource issue. And that's the other thing too, is you notice they didn't make really good use of these moons here. You don't see any use of these moons, whereas the top team has made use of it here, has made use of it here, and is making use of it here. So they're getting way more resources. And plus, of course, Dragonfire utilizing his own thing. And here we've got the cube, and they're like, oh no, cube, what do we do, what do we do, what do we do? At this point, I don't think they can really do anything. The Klingons are doing just great. The top team is. Here we've got the Romulans. And you know, to be honest, another tip when you're doing team games is when you're in the losing position and you know it, time for base trading. Time for base trading, and it's time for you to be more coordinated. You need to be all in one and hope the other team isn't coordinated. Just kind of, you know, you might not be able to find them here, but like, you know, they could go in and take this. You know, they don't know where the cloak ships are. But you try to find and assess which place you can take on. You really don't want to take on Fort Knox. That would be a bad idea, especially with this fleet. You could take out some of these ships, but they might repair, and then you're going to take losses here. So not a good idea there. Oh, building more battle yards. You also want to be careful of what you're building. I mean, I guess he's going to go into Sangs and just keep doing that. I'm assuming he did the speed upgrade at least once, if not twice. I think just once. Oh, okay. They are coming over here, and they are going to take over this this cube in the sphere. That's a good idea. I think it would have been really cool if the Romulans had joined them. We'll see how this works. Alright, Nanites is going to just kill these little fighters. Nanites is going to destroy the fighters. No more fighters. They're going to go after the TAC cube. Good idea, I think. You got to do it with what you got. Man, they're going to take... Dominion especially is going to take heavy losses. Notice the fighters are basically all gone now. Oh, what? Oh, no. Oh. I guess. But this is the thing, guys, is you don't want to split your firepower. You want to... I mean, either go for the sphere or go for the cube, but make sure you know which one you're going after. And again, I think you want to take as much firepower as you can to take on this cube. You're going to have to. Your S2s are going to go and die quickly. You want to use the special as much as you can to get that 30% increase on you for you and your allies. Do what you can. Again, they're shelling this. If they had the Romulans backing them up, they could have definitely taken on. Now Nanites are gone. That's good. That's going to help some. Oh, you don't want to cloak through that field, though. Oh, they just destroyed weapons. See, that guy is useless now. So, yeah, shelling the crap out of it. Just looks like they just don't have quite enough. And losing some ships because of it. Does Cyrax have any ships you could send over there? No. And at this point they're all in. They have to do this. They have to take this thing out. And at this point, Dragonfire, he'll have the resources look, he has the resources almost to make another one. Because he's done such a great job of just, he kind of turtled up a little bit, but really he didn't have that many ships. Remember, when someone is hoarding and turtling up, you know, take that out. Be aggressive on the other players, because you know that they won't get support. So, oh, now they're switching fire. Oh no, hopefully not. Again, they've got the forces to take this thing on. Oh, they so do. They do, but they're switching firepower. They're using and Dragonfire brilliantly using the sphere as the guy. Now what Dragonfire needs to use is nanites. Do some nanites in the back here and slow this fleet down. He's outrunning the fleet. Oh, he did over here, and see that slowed that fleet down. Again, if the Romulans had been there too, they could have taken this out easily. Wow. Ooh. They are sending some ships down. Looks like they're dealing with the Klingons over here. Oh man, and that's the sick thing is they're gonna have to deal with another cube. But again, I think at this point, you know, it's definitely easy to call. There's just so much more resourcing going on for the Klingons. Wow, they got a lot of ships really fast. So there we are. There's the GG being called. A good game, and it was a good game. It was definitely some fun back and forth, and good show by all players. And so this is Mal. Please consider a donation to Fleet Operations. These guys have made a wonderful game for us, and you know, it's always fun to give back to them. So thanks again for watching, and I will see you next time.